hockey fans. Today we have Minnetonka at Penn Ice Arena. First line out, we got on TAFE, Ullman and Long on defense. Chanhassen stopped by Ullman. Long gathers it, moves it up the boards to TAFE. TAFE, Andreas. Puck's behind the net. Andreas on the forecheck. TAFE has it. Short side shot, misses. Long down to TAFE, to the middle, Andreas. Brody on top of him. Andreas on the forecheck here on the near corner. Moves it to Long, over to Ullman. Shoots that right away, doesn't get a lot on it. Chanhassen brings it in the neutral zone. Andreas disrupts that, dumps it in, and goes for a change. Ronning on the chase, along with Jewett and Rose. Lawson moves that to neutral zone. Gets shot by Rose. Rose still has it, moves it over to Jewett. He'll take a sharp angle shot. Feltman, that hits traffic, rebound. That goes over the net. Jewett with to the point to Feltman. Shot low, rebound. Back door, puts it in! Running with a goal. Running with an assist from Lawson and Feltman. Juicy rebound for Ronning to put that in. Great start for Tonka here. Up 1-0. 15:33 left in the period. We've got Olsen, Kinzer for this line. Ullman and Long back at D. Patch chasing. Chanhassen moves. Nice defense by Ullman there, and Samira will cover that one up. Line change here, Andreas, TAFE, and Lee. Soft shot on net, Samir able to stop that. TAFE brings that in through the neutral zone, dumps it in. Behind the net, still chasing. Chanhassen comes up behind the net, moves the boards, tipped out of, not out of play. That comes. Long able to gather that, he'll drop that off for Ullman. Ullman up the wing to Lee. Lee tries to center that to Andreas, but that pass gets just by Samira. Chanhassen comes up with it in the corner. Long moves that up the boards over to TAFE. They're battling for it on the short boards here. Shot, blocker saved by Samira. TAFE rafters, and that's going to be a stoppage of play. Face off to Samira's right. Jewett. Oh no. Weird tip off Chanhassen skate. In front of Brody. Brody picks up his leg to get centered with the puck, and it sneaks underneath his pad while he's trying to move. Hatch intercepts that pass, dumps it in. Hatch. Tied up with the goalie. Chanhassen, that's going to be an ice. They've dumped that in all the way. No ice, apparently. Side moves it over to Hatch. Off of Kinzer. That comes into the zone with Chanhassen. That puck is dumped up the boards, safely out of the zone. And an ice. Tafe with it, moves it over to Lee. Lee back to Tafe. There, he puts that behind the net over to Andreas. Andreas knocks the guy over. Calling for the puck in the corner, he tries to move that up. Tafe able to keep that down in the corner. Tafe has it. We're gonna get a tripping on Tafe, I believe. Chanhassen on the power play here. Lawson with it behind the net over to Ullman. Ullman clears that out of the zone. Chanhassen regrouping, moving through the neutral zone. That's disrupted by Lawson. Nice job there. Rose gets it out. Shot, saved by Samira. It's under him. Andreas with a face-off. Chanhassen wins that one. Sets up their power play. Feltman tries to get that out of the zone, but it comes back to him, and now he is able to get it out. Offsides, Chanhassen. Jewett on the face-off, along with Rose and Long and Feltman on D. Long's able to get that all the way down the ice. Jewett on the forecheck. Chanhassen has trouble breaking that out. They bring it back. Nice job by Jewett there. Got a chance, shot, glove saved by Chanhassen. Andreas on the face-off here. That goes behind the net. Nice job by Lee there on the forecheck. Brings that back deep in the corner. It's hit by Andreas. Gets up, gets the puck, throws it on net. Oh, there it is. Nope. Almost a turnover there. They're full strength. Ullman moves it up the boards. That goes deep into Chanhassen zone. Tafe on the forecheck. Chanhassen comes up with it out of the zone. Skates through some players. Shot and a save by Samira. Jewett on the face-off, wins that back to Feltman. Gets it over to Lawson. Lawson skating it up. Moves it over to Ronning. Moves that through center ice. Doesn't quite make it to its target, but Lawson able to gather that one over to Jewett. Jewett brings it in. Drops it off to Ronning. Ronning tries to get that to Rose. Over the shoots through traffic. Samira able to stop that one. Puck is on the near boards here. Nice stick tie up by Rose. Oh, that needs to be a slashing call, and they get it. Absolutely great call on the slash. Dude to my right of me does not agree when it was a clear slash. Takes the stick out of the player's hand. That'll get called all day, every day. Andreas. That puck is loose. Chanhassen's unable to clear there. We're able to set up. Moves it over to Long, to Ullman. Down to Andreas, back to Ullman. To Long, down to the corner to Lee. Misses the top corner, loops around. Ullman able to stop that one, down to Andreas. Moves it behind the net to Tafe, over to Lee. Lee over to Long. Shot. Saved by Chanhassen goalie. Andreas is able to gather that one. He's disrupted a little bit, but able to keep it. Lee on the back door. Oh, that puck was loose. Saved by Chanhassen, but puck did squirt loose, but on the other side of the ref, so he couldn't see it. .8:41 left in the first period. Jewett with a face-off. Chanhassen wins that one. Tries to clear it and does. Lawson all over that one. He'll turn it up. Over to Ronning. Ronning to Rose. That doesn't connect. Feltman back to Lawson. Lawson brings it up, moves it over to Feltman. Feltman drops it to Rose. Down the corner of Feltman, back to Rose, over to Lawson. Lawson down to Jewett. Back to Lawson to Feltman. Back to Lawson. That pass was disrupted and cleared. 20 seconds left in the power play. Tries to move that quickly to Jewett. Chanhassen able to gather and clear all the way down. 8 seconds left in the power play. That pass doesn't connect. gets dumped back into Tonka zone. Long on the chase. Battling for it in the corner. Long gathers it. And moves it. Lee chasing behind the net. Bad pass to the neutral zone. Results in a turnover. Tafe gets hit. Andreas dumps that deep. Lee on it. He gets checked from behind. Chanhassen able to clear through neutral zone. Fanned on that shot. Whiteside moves it all the way near boards to Tafe. That gets dumped into the zone. But it'll stop it for Whiteside. Whiteside moves it up the boards to Lee. Bounces up the boards in the neutral zone. Chanhassen grabs it and dumps it in deep. Lawson able to scoop that one up. Goes D to Omen. Omen up the boards to Owen. Hatch with it now. Nice move by Lawson. Shot. Omen with it. Changes directions. Makes the Chan guy look silly. Cross ice. Doesn't connect. That puck gets deflected and out of play. 5:43 left in the first period. Faceoff's won by Chanhassen. Lawson intercepts that pass, and nope, that gets knocked out of, or sent out of play. Almost hits the Chan varsity guys. Give me a second. I think it was Caleb Ronning, I think.
I'm a senior shooter.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice, nice. Jewett on the face-off. Chanhassen moves that to the neutral zone. Dumps that in deep. Samira stops it. Lawson gathers that, goes D to D, but Chan is there. Ooh, got lucky on that one. No trip, no call there. Shot. Oh, that was tipped. Wide of Samira. Puck in the far corner. He moves that out. No D guy for Chan, so that comes all the way out. Oh, that's intercepted, but it's offsides. All the way down. Andreas. Oh. Chanhassen gets a shot off. Samir up to the task. Long moves that over to Lee. Lee tries to move that center to Andreas, but his stick was checked. Long with it. He moves that out the boards and comes out of the zone. Long back with it. D to D to Feltman. Center to Andreas. Wasn't expecting that one, so that goes off the stick and all the way down for icing. Olsen on the face-off there. has it. He comes out to the center, gets a shot off, and Samir is able to stop that one. Line change here. Jewett taking the face off. He's on with Ronning and Rose. Ullman on D. He'll loop that around over to Ronning. Ronning center to Rose. He can't gather that one, but Jewett's there. He'll regroup. Gives it to Ullman. Ullman quickly up to Ronning. Tries to get that quickly to Rose in the middle, but that doesn't connect either. Kind of sloppy play going on here. Whiteside to Ullman up to Jewett. Jewett over to Rose. Rose gets checked, but Jewett's there to help. Ullman able to keep that in. Chanhassen gets it out though. Ullman gathers it. Up the boards to Lee. Tries to get out Andreas, hits a Chanhassen guy's skate. Long with it now. That gets turned over. Lawson able to get it. Moves that over the boards, rings it around over to Tafe. Tafe. We'll put that in deep. Lee centers it. Chanhassen able to flip that out of the zone. Long, far side to Tafe. Tafe drops it for Andreas, but Chanhassen's there to disrupt that. Nice stick by Long to force a turnover. Lawson will dump that in, loop it around the boards. Andreas is there to stop it. He dumps that back in. Kinzer there. Chanhassen comes up with that one. Puck bouncing. Hatch on the chase, hit in front of the Chanhassen bench. Ullman will dump that in deep. That puck gets tipped into the Chanhassen bench. 1:36 left in the first period. Jewett on the face-off. Jewett wins that back. Ronning scoops it up. One-timer fanned on by Jewett. Chanhassen tries to get it in, but Ullman's able to flip that into their zone. No one there for Chanhassen. Ullman comes up with it. He'll dump that in deep. Rose, no. Jewett. Rose has it. Gets checked. Comes to the middle. Ullman over to Jewett. Oh, nice shot. Saved by Chan. Tries to get that to the middle. Back to Jewett. Chan with it in our zone. Nice hit by... Oh, what? What's the call there? Trip? That call I do not agree with. Nice hit by Ullman. The Chan player left his feet. He didn't even really ever fall down. But yet they call a trip. "32 seconds left in the period. Tonka man down will be going into the second period on the penalty kill. Chanhassen sets up. Shot. Great save by Samira. Comes out of the zone. He's got some space. Shot. Toe save by Samira. 3 seconds left. Long has got to be careful there. End of the period. Tied 1-1. Shots on goal. Chan with 13. Tonka with 11. See you after Zamboni. second period. Not sure what took Tonka so long to get back. Chanhassen starting out on the power play here. Got Andreas and Tafe on forward, Feldman and Long on D. That gets dumped deep into Chanhassen zone. Nice job there for a turnover. Andreas battling. Chanhassen comes up with it. Long dump to the far corner. Long ends up getting that out of the corner there. Oh, Tafe comes up with it. Maybe a chance here. Nope, he'll safely dump that in. Continue to chase after it. Chanhassen now. Top to the point. D to D. Back up top to the point. He shoots, saved by Samira. Rebound in the slot. Puck is in the near corner here. Tafe is able to clear that, and we'll probably go for a change here. We've got Lee and Jewett. Chanhassen dumps that, and that's going to be an ice. 1 second left in the penalty kill here. Jewett and Rose on your forwards here with Lawson and Long. That puck comes loose. Far corner there, no threat. That gets looped around behind Samira, back behind Samira. Long able to come up with that one. Chanhassen defense dumps that in, but Ronning able to stop that. He moves that over to Jewett. Jewett dumps that in deep. Rose on the forecheck. Jewett able to keep that in the zone. And does it again. Puck's behind Chanhassen goalie net. Ronning on the near corner here. Puck comes on the near boards. Ullman can't keep that in. He'll go D to D to Feltman. Feltman dumps that in deep while we change. That loops all the way around the near boards. That puck comes in the neutral zone. Tafe gets it back to Feltman. Gets it over to Lee. Lee dumps that in. Andreas on the forecheck. He gets his stick knocked out of his hands. Near corner. Lee with it. Got a physical game going on here. Nice shot by Feldman. Hits Chanhassen the mask. That puck's loose. Chanhassen able to cover it up. And we got a little script scrap going on. Tafe gets jumped on. Chanhassen guy with it. Oh, he throws a punch. That guy should be kicked out for throwing a punch there. Number 4 without the helmet. This is getting real physical, folks. We got to sort out these penalties here. Looks like we're probably going to be even. 2 coincidental minors for both teams. Andreas and Tafe in the box. Jewett on the face-off. Who wins that? Feltman gets that to the back door to Rose. Can't hang on to it. Chanhassen with it now. Feltman able to chip that out of the Tonka zone. Rose couldn't gather that puck. Shot blocker saved by Samira. Centers that. Puck gets deflected wide. Come on, boys. Get possession of this puck. Feltman battling for it. Gets that over to Rose. Ullman on it. He's able to get that out of the zone over to Ronning. Ronning moves that middle to Rose. Rose 1-on-2. Backhands it towards the goal, but we're changing, so no help for him. Long able to gather that. Over to Lawson. Lawson sauces that to the near boards here. No one there. Long able to gather that. Behind Samira. Changes directions. Moves that back over to Lawson. Up the boards to Hatch. Hatch over to Olsen. Olsen over to Lee. Lee couldn't quite dangle his way through, but still, he gets checked from behind. No call. That puck goes all the way through. For some reason, it's not an ice. He tries to send that long to Lee, who is wide open in the neutral zone. Puck stays in. Good save by Samira. That gets dumped safely into the neutral zone. No ice. Chanhassen touched it. Jewett on the chase. Steele with it. They're battling in the corner with Jewett. Puck is behind Chanhassen goalie. That gets cleared out. Whiteside. The Whiteside shot gets, and Steele tips that towards the goal, but Chanhassen is able to save it. He tries to center that. Doesn't go through. Goes up the near boards here. Jewett able to knock that back in. Whiteside able to get it back in. That puck's in neutral zone. Ullman gathers it, dumps it in. Whiteside over to Ronning. Ronning coming into the Chanhassen zone. Far side to Rose at his skates. Can't catch that pass. Puck gets dumped into Tonka zone. Ronning is there. Ronning far side to Rose. Rose loses that one. Puck is in the near corner. Behind the net. Ullman. Here we go. Come on. Rose with it. We'll flip that in. Behind the net. Rose gathers it. Able to get a line change there. Jewett moves it over to back to Rose. Rose shot. Saved by Chanhassen. 10-11 left in the second period. Chanhassen with 16 shots. Tonka with 14. Puck gets flipped to the near boards. Comes out of the zone. Jewett comes up with it over to Lawson. Lawson moves that D to D to Feltman. Back to Lawson. Back over to Feltman through the neutral zone. He'll dump that in. Hatch chasing. Chanhassen comes up with it. Hatch hits him. Ref is in the way. A little help there to keep it in the zone, but then end up coming out of the zone. Lawson far side over to Lee. Lee far side to Jewett. Jewett shot absorbed by Chanhassen's goalie.
Let's go, Holman!
Olsen on the face-off. Rose comes up with it. Rose moves it to Ullman. He can't handle that one. That squeaks through. Long chasing it. Long behind the net. Moves up the boards to Rose. Doesn't connect. Long able to tip that out. That gets dumped back deep into Tonka zone. Ullman, nice job there. Able to separate the man from the puck. Rotting with it. Now Ullman. Ullman long pass to Rose. That is out of the zone. That should be offsides. Long. Ullman. Oh, tries to get a far side to Ronning, but that gets intercepted. Olsen was able to pick it up though. Gets it in deep. Ronning chasing. Feldman gathers it. Oh, he loses it. Chanhassen able to dump it in the zone. Chanhassen still with it. Finds the guy, one-times it, fans on it, goes wide. Feltman tries to pass it far side. He gets blocked. Oh, he left all alone. Oh, nice recovery by Feltman. Get back into this one, guys. Ullman drops it to Lawson. Lawson tries to get it far side to Kinzer. And it's intercepted. Nice hit by Ullman there. Lawson comes up with it. Up the boards to Hatch, but that puck bounces over his stick. Ullman over to Lawson. Lawson up the boards to Hatch. Nice hit by Lawson there. Drops it for Ullman. Ullman moves it up the boards to Hatch. Hatch gets it over to Kinzer. He dumps that deep while we get a line change. Whiteside dumps that in. Long over to Whiteside. Up to Owen. Can't hang on to that one. He just tried to tip that in, but we end up getting it deep in. Rose on the forecheck. Jewett comes up with it. Long shot. That misses its mark. Knuckle puck towards the net. Chanhassen able to get a glove on it. Whiteside chasing it behind the net. That should be an Tafe now. Tafe. Oh yeah! Feldman with a shot from the point. Goalie was screened. makes his way into the net. That is Feltman from TAFE. Ties it up, needed that one. Andreas on the face-off here. Lee and TAFE. We got Whiteside and Lawson on D. TAFE with it, brings it into the zone. Andreas gathers it. That gets dumped up to Boris. Lawson over to TAFE. Lawson keeps the zone on net. That gets flipped. All the way down in our zone. Whiteside. Good forecheck by Chanhassen there. Chanhassen with it, centers it. Saved by Samira. That goes up to the point. Shot, that gets deflected, kicked in front of the net. Good thing no one was there. TAFE with it, he'll send it, but that doesn't make it way out. Oh, Andreas had a chance. Now it gets out. And a stick check there by Kinzer. Puts that in. Olsen. Nothing going there. Chanhassen brings it in the Tonka zone. Pressure by Lawson. Olsen behind the net over to Feltman. Out of his reach. To Olsen. He'll move it over to Kinzer. Kinzer to Hatch. Gets that into the neutral zone. Chanhassen regroups. That is an ice on Chanhassen. Jewett, Steele, and Otsby. Oh, Feltman with it at the point. Feltman dumps it in deep. Owen chasing it. Tries to get that over to Long. Chanhassen comes up with it into our zone, but we're able to get that out. That gets put deep into our zone. Long with it. Moves it out to Steele, out to the neutral zone. That gets dumped in right on Samira. He gloves that down, plays it to Feltman, who moves it over to Steele, over to Jewett. Jewett dumps that in. Jewett has it. He'll move that to the point. To Omen. He'll shoot it. Rebound. Oh, two good saves by Chanhassen goalie. Owen was there for the rebound, but Chanhassen goalie sprawled out and made the second save. Good opportunity there. Andreas on the face-off. He'll win that back. Omen, D to Lawson. Back to Omen. Up the boards to Lee. Over to TAFE. TAFE to Andreas. His shot gets disrupted. That's behind the net. Lee with it, tries to center it, but that comes out of the zone. Lawson bounces off the boards. Chanhassen gets it. Kick save by Samira. Omen up the boards to TAFE. High sauce over to Lee. Omen tries to get that to TAFE. We got got something going on over here. Got a high stick on tape. You gotta stay out of the box, boys. Power play for Chanhassen here, 1:54 left in the second period. So again, we'll finish this period off on the penalty kill, and we'll have about 6 seconds in the third on the kill. Long disrupts that pass, and Jewett tries to get it out, but Chanhassen able to gather it. Big shot, big save by Samira. Able to clear that out. Jewett with it. He'll ice that. Good forecheck by Rose. Has a chance. Oh yeah! Short-handed goal. Rose able to create a turnover behind the net. All alone in the front. Able to beat Chanhassen's goalie. Rose unassisted on that one. Good effort by Rose. Takes the lead. 1 minute, 18 seconds left in the second. Andreas tries to dump that in. It hits a Chan player. Doesn't go all the way in the zone. Lee on the forecheck. That tries to get dumped in. Whiteside able to block that one. Lee gets it out of the zone. Lee has it now. He's got a shot. He shoots it. In the middle. Oh, that gets gathered by Chanhassen. Ullman on the D. Nice stick check there to poke that away. Andreas sends it down. 33 seconds left in the period. In the neutral zone. Nice job there to disrupt that. Ullman with it. He tries to clear it. His stick gets tied up. Chanhassen with a chance. Nice poke check by Samira. Samira with a poke check. That puck ends up on a Chan stick, leaving a guy wide open on the back door. Got a heck of a game going on here. Even strength now. 7.5 seconds left in the period here. We'll just eat that to end the period. End of 2, shots on goal, Chan 24, Tonka 23. Let's go, Brody. All right, back for the third. Got the inside scoop that Goldie came into the locker room between the periods and gave them somewhat of a quote-unquote pep talk. I won't go into details. So hopefully Tonka comes out here a little more fired up than the first two periods. Hopefully some cleaner play. Here we go. Omen loses that one. He tries to center it. Long able to stop that pass. Far point. Shot. Glove saved by Samira through traffic. Good start by Samira this third period. Puck comes in the neutral zone. That gets turned over. Chanhassen with a shot. Samira gloves that down. Come up with another save there. That was a shot by Chanhassen that made it through. Rose with it behind the net. He'll move that to Lawson. Lawson shoots it. Blocker saved by, or shoulder saved by Chanhassen. He centers that. No one there. Lawson had it, but got ran into by Feltman. That gets turned over, dumped into the Tonka zone. Lawson battling for it behind the net. Chanhassen comes up with it. He centers it through the legs of Chanhassen, luckily. Not able to get a shot off. Rose dumps that in deep to the Chanhassen zone. Hatch chasing, able to disrupt that pass from the goalie. Puck comes out of the zone. D to Whiteside, back to Long, back to Whiteside. Over to Olsen. He can't handle that pass. That's something we need to clean up here. Not connecting on these passes in the neutral zone is killing us. Now that puck luckily squirts out to the neutral zone. That gets dumped. Good job by Long to get that puck. There was a free man in the slot. That gets chipped out in the neutral zone. Hatch takes his guy out, dumps it in. Tafe able to keep that in. He centers it to Lee. Lee over to Andreas, shoots and scores! What a play there. Tafe able to get that over to Lee, finds Andreas wide open and puts it in the net for a Tonka lead. Andreas from Lee and Tafe. Huge. Now we got to keep the pressure. Chanhassen wins that one. Lee on the chase. Chanhassen moves it up the boards. Tafe tips that pass. Chanhassen with speed. Good defense by Omen there. Andreas off the boards to Lee. Up to Tafe. Tafe beats his guy. Shot misses its mark. Long able to force a turnover there. He moves over to Feltman. Tries to get that over to Ronning. Ronning with it. Gets that taken away. Chanhassen with a chance. Nice D by Long there. Ronning over to Andreas to Tafe. He dumps that in. They'll go for a line change. Ronning forechecking. Bounced off the boards into the neutral zone. Feltman able to dump that back in. Rose chasing. Jewett. Chanhassen all the way down. That's going to be a nice. .24 left in the third period here. Jewett on the face-off. He's got Rose and Ronning. Rose moves over to Omen. Omen shoots. Saved by Chanhassen goalie. Whiteside dumps that in deep, far corner. Puck's behind the net. Chanhassen able to gather that one through the neutral zone. Dumps that in. Omen on it. Omen with speed through the neutral zone. He'll dump that in. Hatch is chasing. Hatch comes up with it. Loses it. Chanhassen tries to knock it up the boards and does. Over to Lawson. Over to Long. Long will dump it in. Olsen chasing. Kinzer on the near side. That gets popped off the boards. Lawson flips that up and hits the Chan bench. With it in the Minnetonka zone. Shot deflected off Long's skate. Nice block there. Long gets it over to Hatch. Hatch moves it to Kinzer. Kinzer dumps it on the goalie. Line change for Tonka here. Andreas forechecking. And that's an ice. Face-off won by Chanhassen. Ullman comes up with that one, dumps it in deep. Tafe on the forecheck. Loops around the far corner over to Lee. Lead over to Tafe behind the net. Chanhassen comes up with it, moves it through the neutral zone. Tries to dangle his way around Ullman. Nothing going there. Brody flips that short side to Ullman. Ullman puts it in deep. Lee on the chase. Line change for Tonka. Good forecheck by Lee, but doesn't come up with it. Good interception by Lawson. He'll regroup. Tries to get a Whiteside between his legs. Whiteside moves it back over to Lawson. Up the boards to Ronning. Ronning far side to Rose. That's the stuff that wasn't connecting the past two periods. Rose with it. Behind the net. Shops. Shot by Lawson. That misses his mark. Jewett had it behind the net. Dropped it for Ronning, but Ronning wasn't on the same page. Rose with it now. That gets dumped up the boards. Out of the zone. Lawson. Whiteside. Back to Lawson. Whoops, sorry guys. Up the boards to Rose near side. Tries to dump that in. Doesn't go. Puck gets cleared safely out. Holman comes up with it. Leaves it for Long. Long up the boards to Kinzer. That's an icing. 9:49 left in the third. Olsen moves it over to Hatch. Hatch dumps that in. Long pass up the boards, disrupted by Lawson. Chan comes up with it, shot. Pad save by Samira. Oh, almost out of the zone. Feldman able to get it out, but Chanhassen gets it. Lawson behind the net. Moves it back over to Lee. Lee flips it in the neutral zone. Chanhassen dumps it back in. Feldman over to Lawson. Tafe again. Lofts it out and hits the ceiling. Jewett on the face-off, loses that one. Shot, save by Samira, rebound out to the side. Ronning tries to get that far side of Rose, but that was deflected. Whiteside keeps his own on net. Oh, it goes in! Whiteside throws it at the net. Chanhassen goalie can't gather it, and it squirts in. Oh, I got a feel for the goalie on that one.
Why do you get that one? Well, I mean, sort of. Let's go. I mean, he threw it on net.
I believe that's the first goal for Whiteside of the season. Bowman up the boards. That gets dumped into Tonka zone. Lawson chasing it. Loses it. Still battling for it. Good body there. Olsen gets over to Hatch, over to Kinzer. Kinzer dumps it in. Hatch with the body there, able to come up with that puck. Kinzer drops it down in the corner. Hatch is still mixed up with the guy in the corner. They come free. Andreas battling. Oh, moves it to Kinzer. Shot, saved by the goalie, and he covers that one up. Nice, another opportunity there. Need to keep up this pressure if we're going to win this game. Andreas on the faceoff. Moves that forward to Tafe. Tafe loses that. Close to being offsides, not quite. Tafe with it, coming through the neutral zone. Skates far side, stops. Awesome. Lee is able to get that back to Tafe. That shot gets deflected wide. Oh, nice job by blocking that. Clear by Tafe. Feltman with a shot, tipped. Good save by Chan goalie. Chan comes up with it through the neutral zone. Long is able to gather that one, moves it D to Feltman. Feltman, long pass to Jewett, doesn't connect, and that's going to be icing. Jewett on the face-off. He'll win that. Over to Ullman. Ullman moves it back to Whiteside. Rose to Ullman, back to Rose. That doesn't connect, but comes in the neutral zone. Rose overskates his guy. Blocker saved by Samira. Other side. Samira able to cover that one. .606 left in the third. Olsen. Hatch comes up with it. Kinzer now. Kinzer dumps that in. Hatch chasing in the corner. Shot on net. Rebound. This goalie's having trouble keeping these rebounds. Here we go. Olsen tries to move that over to Kinzer. He couldn't get the one-timer off. Bouncing puck. Neutral zone to Ullman, back over to Whiteside. He'll dump that in softly. Olsen chasing. Chanhassen moves that up through the neutral zone. Some speed. Shot. Misses the net. Oh, Brody able to cover that one up. He was clear on the backside. Brody looks like he's got some words for number 12 there. Woo. I got the heart fluttering a little bit here as the goalie dad. That one's tipped safely into the neutral zone. Chan tries to dump it in deep. Long up the boards to Tafe. Oops, sorry guys. Tafe moves it over to Lawson, up to Andreas, over to Lee. Big hit on Andreas, and we're gonna get a call. Tonka going on the power play. We got an interference on Chanhassen. Chanhassen player is not happy with that call. That hit was nowhere near the play. Power play unit, we got Jewett, Rose, Ronning with Lee or Long and Ullman on D. We can get another one here. Jewett. He moves that over to Ullman. Oh. Nice D by Long there. This guy to my right, I don't think knows a thing about hockey. Ullman gets that in deep. Looped around, Long with it, gets it over to Ronning. Ronning to Jewett, back to Ronning. Over to Long, thinks about it, gets it over to Ronning. To Long, soft shot, rebound there, it's loose! Oh, no one on top of that one. We just need to get shots on this goalie. He is not able to control these rebounds. Long pass from Ullman over to Tafe. Tafe skates into space, brings it in, changes directions. He's got some space now, moves it far side, pass tipped. Ice by Chanhassen. 50 seconds left in the power play. Lawson will pick that one up. Set up the rush here over to Andreas. He'll put that in deep, loop around. Lee on that one. And Tafe. We got 3 Chan guys there. Bold strategy. Oh, Lawson misses the top corner there. Lawson again. Oh, he left it. Oh, and that's going to be a trip. That's a penalty we're taking. He would have been gone free. 4-on-4 for 20 seconds. Lawson tried to tee that up, but loses it. .314 left in the third. We got to kill this one off after 20 seconds. Chan will have a minute 40 of power play. Rose, oh, tries to hit Jewett. That's going to be an icing. Jewett on the face-off. Long moves that over to Jewett through the neutral zone. And Chan is on the power play now. Gets around Rose. Rose loses the stick. Ullman, nice job tying his guy up. Jewett pokes that. Chan keeps the zone. Shot, wide. Another shot. Toe save by Samira. Try to clear, no dice there. Clear it on, oh no. Oh, nice shot and tip and saved by Samira. 2:15 left in the third. 59 seconds left in the power play. Oh, here we go, Tafe with the interception. Smart play by him. Gets it back in deep. Doesn't try to force it. Maintains possession. Nice hit by Tafe. Chan through the neutral zone. Chan pulls their goalie. 1:44 left. Six on four here. Oh, that goes wide. Tipped out of play. 1:33 left. 1:32. 18 seconds left on the power play. Chanhassen with their goalie pulled. 6 on 4 for 18 seconds. Looks like Chan is taking a timeout here. All right, here we go. We're going to have Rose and Jewett forwards. Chanhassen with it. Oh, wide open in front. Good tip by Samira. Out of the zone. Nice poke check by Samira, knowing that pass was coming. I'd like to say I taught him that. Through the neutral zone, Tafe comes out of the box to be even strength. but his replacement came off the bench too early, and so we're going to have too many men on the ice. Back to 6 on 4. Just undisciplined there. Jewett wins that face-off. Long, nice. Long gets it to Feldman. He dumps it in deep. Jewett on the chase, empty net. Jewett on a nice forecheck there. He needs to get back. We are 2 men down. Wide open. Oh. Chan misses that one, but Brody would have been all over that one. 43 seconds left. Shot. Saved by Samira. Back up to the point. Shot. Misses his mark. 27 seconds left. Behind the net. Hits the net. Over to Rose. He'll send it. Glove by Chan. Out of the zone. That face-off should be out of the zone.
It should be
Out of the zone!
That shouldn't be there.
Terrible call by the ref there. That was off Chanhassen's hand, out of the zone. Lawson clears. Ooh! Hits the Tonka bench. Yee. 11 seconds left. Andreas on the face-off. He wins that one. Lawson clears it. That'll be game. 5-3 Tonka. What a game. Close one. Got a bit physical at the end, towards the middle there. Samira with a W. Made some big saves in the third.